In 2024, a startup called Cognition AI introduced the world to Devin. They didn't call it a chatbot. They didn't even call it a tool. They called it the world's first AI software engineer. While the internet debated whether AI would replace programmers, Devin was already busy applying for real jobs on Upwork and winning them. We've moved past simple code completion like GitHub Copilot. We are now in the era of the AI Coworker. These aren't just assistants that finish your sentences. These are autonomous entities that can take a Jira ticket, explore a massive legacy codebase, find a bug, write a fix. Today, we're looking at how Devin and its open-source rivals are fundamentally rewriting the rules of software engineering. To understand the revolution, you have to understand the difference between autocomplete and agency. GitHub Copilot is like the autocorrect on your phone. It predicts the next line of code based on what you just typed. It's useful, but an AI engineer like Devin operates differently. It has a sandbox environment. This is a secure, virtual machine where it has its own terminal to run commands like npm install. It has a browser to read API documentation or see the frontend it just built to check for UI bugs. It has a code editor to navigate through thousands of files, not just the one currently open. And it has a long-term planner to keep track of the big picture even when a specific bug takes 20 steps to solve. It doesn't just write code, it reasons about the architecture. If it needs to add a feature to your AWS-hosted backend, it doesn't just guess the code, it searches your repo to see how you handled similar features. The biggest challenge for any AI engineer is context. Most LLMs have a limit to how much code they can see at once. If you have a project with 50,000 lines of code, the AI systems like Devin and its open-source counterpart, OpenDevin, now all hands AI, use a technique called repository mapping. Instead of reading every line, the AI creates a map of your project structure, which, when given a task, it follows a rigorous engineering lifecycle. Step 1. Exploration. It uses grep or ripgrep in its terminal to find relevant code snippets. Step 2. Planning. It creates a checklist of changes. Step 3. Execution. It writes the code. Step 4. The loop. This is the critical part. It runs the code. If it sees a Stack Overflow error in the terminal, it reads the error, goes back to the code, and fixes it. This is self-healing code. It's a level of autonomy that makes traditional IDEs look like typewriters. While Devin is a closed, paid product, the developer community didn't sit still. A wave of open-source SWE-agents, software engine projects like SWE-agent by Princeton University and OpenDevin are proving that you don't need a massive corporate subscription to have an AI coworker. These tools use the same agentic principles we discussed in video 1 and 2, but we are seeing a Moore's law for AI engineering. Every few months, the percentage of GitHub issues in AI can solve autonomously doubles. In 2026, we are reaching a point where low-complexity tasks, this brings us to a difficult truth. If an AI can do the work of a junior engineer for 10 cents an hour, what happens to the entry-level job market? The job of a software engineer is changing from writing code to reviewing code. You are no longer the one swinging the hammer. You are the architect and the foreman. Your value isn't in knowing the syntax of a for loop in Python. It's in knowing what should be built, how the data should flow. AI engineers are fast, but they can be overconfident. They might choose a library with a known vulnerability or write code that isn't scalable. The human in the loop is now a security. Devin and its peers aren't the end of coding. They're the end of boring coding. They free us from the boilerplate and let us focus on solving real problems. But how does an AI go beyond just code? How does it learn to use any app on your computer just like a human? In our next video, we're looking at the breakthrough of computer use and if you're ready to lead the AI workforce instead of being replaced by it, hit subscribe. Let's build the future together.